Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Grand Theft Auto 4, The Lost and the Damned. I'm the mysterious JG. Last time we tried to do this drug deal with, for Elizabeth Torres, or rather with Elizabeth Torres. She set up the buyers, we stole the heroin. Playboy X and Nico Bellic were helping us to provide security for the deal. I guess they were security, we were doing the deal. And it didn't turn out too good. It was a setup. It was a sting operation by the cops. And I got killed during the attempted escape. This is very much one of those missions that can go really poorly or really easily. It just depends. It's a you've got to escape from a situation where there are a lot of cops. So there was this big involved mission with Nico X, Playboy X and Nico that involved escaping on the rooftops. A lot of dialogue between them. For us, it's just get to your bike and escape, and you either get a clean break or you don't. That's exactly how cop chases always work in GTA 4. You either like break out free and find it fairly easy, or you don't, and you have a real hard time. Like once things go bad in a cop chase, it can be really difficult to get out, or you can just like swing past everybody. You don't get hit or knocked off course at any point during the first part, and break out of their search parameter easily. Search perimeter rather. I'm hoping we get that the second time, but I ain't counting on it. So our first big hit we took was trying to get past this guy.
You're dead, motherfucker!
That's not a very respectful attitude, officer.
Don't fuck with
He's
me!
still up? Yeah, we got to get out of this opening setup here. I'm wondering if I should just... Can I get out from here? These guys just have pistols. Like, is this an escape route, or is this just leading me into more cops? Well... Kind of hoping I could avoid taking a hit there, but yeah, that's the way that Nico and Playboy went. Okay. So I still got most of my armor. And now it's the inch around. And try not to enter into any place where they can shoot at you and you haven't seen them yet. Thought I headshotted that guy, but apparently I did not. That's what I thought. Like they'd be hiding right over here as soon as I came down the stairs. Damn it. Why? Oh, they're noose. Which is like the SWAT team. Damn it! It's always like one guy that you didn't see. There's no way out over here, I don't think. Oh. I could escape this way. Oh, this is the problem here. Okay. Yeah, now I have like no health. And I thought I was gonna get in the car in time. Okay. Well, fuck, game. And there's no point again. If I go up to the emergency thing, I'll just have no health. Or rather, I'll have no armor. It's annoying. It's like, I guess it's a segue to the modern, like, GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 arguably make it too easy. Like, there's like 800 mid-mission checkpoints, and they even give you the option to skip a section of the mission that's giving you too much trouble. But the idea that, okay, we're just going to skip the unfailable drive from point A to point B and get plot stuff, and you can start, like, if I could just press a button and start at the beginning of that gunfight, and then I fail in that gunfight, or I win the gunfight and get to the chase and can't beat the chase, or the escape portion, I'm kind of like, okay, fair enough. Make me go through the gunfight again. It wasn't that long. Um, but no, this is the whole. Well, you gotta drive around and talk to Elizabeta again too. Like you got to do everything again. All right, George Lucas, taxi driver, get us over there. I'm getting annoyed now that it's taken this many tries to beat the mission, but it's not the mission. Like the mission is, it's the DLC is not as long as the full game, and it expects you to have played the full game. So the DLC is not really set up so that like, oh, we shouldn't have a mission this hard this early. No, it's fine to have a mission that's, challenging at this point because they're assuming you've beaten the vanilla game before you're even playing this. That's cool. It's more the whole. I'm just annoyed by how quick retries work in this game. I mean, I find it more irritating in a way, even though sometimes you can turn it around and make an advantage out of it. But this like half functional version is more annoying to me than the fact that in like GTA 3 you just failed and you would have to start over outright. Like you'd have to drive back to the point where you get the mission. You'd have to do any driving across town the mission required. Like that was just okay. They didn't really work in a quick retry function. There just isn't one. You just get used to it, even if it's in some missions it's quite annoying because you have a lot of driving to do. But this, or maybe, you know what, maybe it would have been worth doing the, now we're just going to spend all of the money. Taxi money, this money. It might have been worth doing another taxi ride because this is actually, anytime you're going from one island to another, you're taking a little time. But because the whole map is unlocked from jump, and the Lost MC Clubhouse is on the extreme western part of this world. Like, there's a mission coming up soon that I remember from my off-screen and goofing around that's set at the airport. Like, that's another one where you're going to drive the entire length of the map before you get to the part of the mission that's supposed to have, like, challenge. It's just, we're going to make you drive the entire length of the map. And I think I'd get annoyed with multiple retries either way, but, like, there's no dialogue. It's just us riding by ourselves. Now we'll get some dialogue here, but it's not like Playboy X and Nico are talking about the heist and setting up what's going on while riding to a place. It's just Johnny riding by himself while you listen to the radio. Every time you fail, it's more frustrating that it's just like, I gotta do all of that shit again before I get to the part where I really need to actually be on my game to not mess up. Oh, well, and now, though, we've got another, I don't know if this counts as cheesing it or not, but we've got another thing to try, which is, can I, can I find a way to get the bike in this alley that we come out of when we go through this?
Star Junction for a whole new generation. The internet generation finally has its own comedy at the Maginot Theater. WTF, a story of online love. It's set in cyberspace.
Is this cheating? Not really. The other thing, of course, is that I could have come up here and jumped over this. This is probably jumpable. Yep. Can I jump back? Doesn't matter. I need to go through here anyway. Alright. Let's see if we can do a little better for health at the end. We always come out with most of our armor, but not all of it gone. Because just the way this mission's set up, it's the cover mechanic. Like none of that stuff helps you. You're constantly going downstairs with nothing to take cover behind.
Buyer is some Asian dude called
And
China.
enemies will be angled
Like
so that they will kill you
Vietnam.
before you can see them.
Just like the movies, money. Yo.
Hey, man.
I mean, I suppose I could use like grenades. They are pretty pricey though.
Hey.
I don't know.
Time to part company. You head up, and I'll go down.
I don't know if they would raise our wanted level faster than just shooting guys would. Is there already another guy over here? Wow, yeah. Oh, the guys I shot at already weren't down yet. Jeez, what is it going to take to kill you, man? Is there extra armor or anything here? Nope. What happens if I flee the way they did? They got storyline stuff that helped them out here. Thinking if I try to flee this way, nothing happens, but... This is where Playboy and Playboy and Nico X. I think all I'm doing is making the mission take longer by going up into a dead end. Yeah, for them this door opens and they enter into a sequence of story things where, you know, they jump around from roof to roof, and at one point they fought a helicopter. They had a pretty exciting mission. We just have a billion cops. Damn, I forgot how to not fire for a second when I was off target. Okay, so I haven't figured out the correct way to get out of this first room without taking a bunch of unnecessary damage, but there's an armor pickup. I'll need to remember. Hopefully I won't have to do this again, but if I do, I want to remember right before I leave the building, I should probably get that armor pickup. The cops don't seem to infinitely spawn. They seem to be pre-placed. There's just a lot of them. And it seems like they respawned a little bit in the first area. But not like... You figure once they drop ammo, they're done. Who's shooting at me now? Oh, you. I just took a bunch of bullets right in the frickin' chest there. Okay, but I'm only at 2 stars for whatever reason. My bike did end up here. And it's not noose anymore, it's regular cops. They'll be a little bit more fragile. You know what? I'm not gonna bother to kill them, I just need to get out. Fucking, that was not a good place to get stalled.
that these overweight goths in their 30s and 40s would even give up the drive.
This is where I got turned around last time. Damn it, this place is like a freaking trap. It looks like you're going to be able to sneak out onto a main road. But instead, you just get stuck behind a fence. Alright, so we basically need to... Oh, I'm about to hit a car because I stopped to try to get to this screen. Okay, but we didn't actually completely get smashed up. I don't know if... It doesn't seem like repainting your motorbike would help you too much when the cops are... You know what you look like and your face is visible, but I guess we can try to use the traditional pay and spray escape. This is not fuck it. Fuck! I don't think this is gonna work. I think they're gonna see me go in. But if... Yeah, they did. Okay. Watch me try to figure out how to use the controls when I was in the cinematic view there. I'm actually really proud of how well I got out of that. Because the controls were working, that like, I had to just kind of figure, okay, what direction is he facing it even though I'm not seeing it. That was really sweet. It shouldn't have worked that way, but it did. His preternatural ability to stay on the bike is really helping us out here. We can try this same pay and spray again. Or I can just go for speed and try to get away from the cops in general, but either way I gotta get down here and head this way. But I think I'm better off just ignoring the pay and spray and hoping nobody spawns ahead of me. Tonight there's going to be a jailbreak. We're getting Billy Gray out. Even though he was, you know, freed out in probation. Come on, just stop looking for me. Thank you. Weird, like, static effect there in the background. I'm not sure what that was. Play online with your friends. And now Elizabeta is our new buddy. I guess we can go to ammunition and see what wappets are available. Shouldn't be calling him until we're not getting shot by bodyguards at the strip club.
What we are is under observation by some kind of LCPD drugs task force. Buyer was a pig.
Hell, Johnny, that's not kosher. I'll call you when another buyer's lined up.
Sounds good.
We're moving up in the world, Johnny. There's a congressman needs your help. Tom Stubbs III. I told you keeping that lawyer around would have its uses. This guy's at one of the dumbass gentlemen's clubs in Algonquin. The kind without tits. The jousters.
Politicians and lawyers? What are we becoming, man? Next thing you're gonna tell me
Trent,
we're doing some shit
forget it.
kicking for the LCPD.
It's just opposite the Libertonian. Go pay him a visit. If you're still thinking about your brothers and not just your own ego, that is.
Whoa. Hey, where did that come from? I thought we were cool. Anyway, don't want to spend too much in here because we'll be paying full price and not discount like we would with our friend Terry.
What are you doing? No shooting on side, all right?
All right. Display model checkout soon. I guess we're not to a point yet where we're allowed to have that. We can buy body armor.
Liz Torres.
It was good to see you, Johnny.
So good to
The
see
only
you.
problem was your friend, the UC. He nearly blew my ass off.
It's funny.
How's your fancy European friend working out?
Okay. Seems like maybe he's the only guy in the city not working for the state.
Him and the lost MC. Me and the brothers are tight.
Tight with Nico, our new friend.
You know. See you soon, baby, huh?
Was that a threat? We can buy combat shotgun rounds, but I thought we had the assault shotgun. I guess now's when we find out. Did I turn in a DLC, a fancy DLC weapon for a regular weapon? We have, yeah, I did. We got the combat shotgun instead of the, I thought it was an assault shotgun, which is like something new. It's a combat shotgun. Combat shotgun's probably still better than the double barrel. The double barrel seemed damn effective in those early missions. And it's expensive, like 10 rounds, $200. Means we're paying like 200 divided by 2, sorry. It's $20 per shot fired. Unknown caller, okay.
Hello.
Johnny Klebitz,
Yeah, who's this?
you tried to offload some smack to a colleague of mine called Charlie. Costly mistake.
Who the fuck is this?
Agent Jones, FIB. We'd like you to come in for a talk. Things might be easier for you if you give us some information on your motorcycle club.
Give us your website.
Fuck you, Fed. This conversation's over. If you got any evidence on me, get a warrant.
All right, so I feel like we probably should go back to the double barrel shotgun, but at least we got our armor now. Well, you divide this by 3. This is like these are $5 a bullet. Okay. Doing some math. I wouldn't bother to get into this depth normally, but well, I'll tell you what, we shouldn't do a lot of buying here. I just stopped to here so we wouldn't have to bother our biker friends. But 2 videos, 1 failure video and 1 successful video got us past what I'm guessing is kind of a major mission for our story here. It's annoying to me that we've got so we've had this mission for Jim, which involves motorcycles. This will be the last thing I do before I load a state where we've done a little bit of, you know, earning some money. And I don't know that we'll be cash rich, but we will be a little bit less cash starved after I load a slot where we've done some of the turf war gang missions, which get unlocked by doing the main storyline we're on up to a certain point, and then we have to hit the side mission for Jim that we'd ignored. What I'm not noticing, here we go, Stubbs. Is it Stubbs? Yeah. To get a manual save, I got to go all the way back to our base, and then we're going to come all the way back to this island. So again, from a design perspective, I have a little annoyance about this. There's stuff like Johnny Klebitz is not. He's not doing that much for me as a protagonist. Like, we don't know that much about him other than the fact that he's Jewish. So once in a while, he deals with some like anti-Semitic shit. It's not been a major theme, but it's come up once or twice, and it's like, yeah, okay. When those kinds of things happen, I am on his side. But generally, he's just kind of like, just sort of irritable, and he's dealing with a guy in Billy Gray who seems to be just a full-on bad guy who is doing bad things that are going to fuck the gang up. But yeah, we don't have a bunch of characters to like really get interested or root for right now. Fuck you, Cup. I guess I'm glad it's GTA4 and I didn't get a 1-star wanted level just for brushing against a cop car. And I keep losing track of where the damn icon wants me to go. You have to watch the screen more closely when you're driving a bike because like just bumping into a little bit of nonsense along the way is much more disruptive than if you're driving a car. Unless you're driving a car really fast, you can just kind of like bump into other cars, run over pedestrians, it's fine. On a bike, you're a lot more likely to get in trouble. Anyway. Guys are not supposed to be changing lanes. That's for me to do. I'm a jerk. But at this point, they basically merge into one lane without really... I mean, that's not how a real tunnel would work. Suddenly, in the tunnel, you merge lanes. That's not really a good idea. You're in a tunnel or on a bridge, but particularly in a tunnel, you'll want people to be in the lane that they're going to be in and keep them in that lane and funnel them through. Don't expect them to do a lot of fancy merging and diverging in the tunnel itself. I'm trying to think, does this game have a tunnel that's meant to represent the Holland Tunnel? I guess it depends on whether or not any of these sections of the game are meant to be Jersey. And I think I do remember reading somewhere, this whole third island here is... It's really supposed to kind of be New Jersey. Like, the upper end of this is where, like, the Italian Mafia's headquarters. Yeah, that's like, you know, Sopranos stuff, right? This is supposed to be Manhattan. This one feels like Manhattan. This represents kind of the Latino neighborhoods of New York. This is the Russian neighborhood and the airport. This, I guess, this is supposed to be New Jersey. You know, thematically or whatever. So I guess that would mean the tunnel that we just went, that is the Holland Tunnel. Because I was kind of flashing back. A couple of times in my life I've been to New York, navigating the Holland Tunnel. It's not fun if you're not used to city driving. Anyway, our main thing now is that we've got full armor. Can we hang out with Elizabeth?
Don't mind them.
You know what, I was gonna... Oh, you know, actually, it's easy. Let's see if we can get, Brian is a plot character. Like, there's guys we can hang out with, and then there's... I don't think we could ever... I don't know why Brian has a phone. There's probably, like, one plot mission where we talk to him on the phone.
Say really cool things. I love it.
This was wireless cell phone.
You say really cool things. I love it. Angus? Angus McTavish?
Johnny, my brother.
Hey, Angus. You seen much of Billy yet?
I seen him, yeah, not much though.
Well, dude, what do you think? Is he on top of his shit, or is he gonna run this club into a hole?
He's gonna run himself into some hole. I know that. Shit, Billy doesn't really talk to
I
me.
don't know who Angus is.
He hardly make eye contact since I got hurt.
Oh, he's the
Because
guy
you're
in the
way down in your
wheelchair.
chair, Angus, and it's hard to see you.
Funny.
That'd be a damn sight funny if I didn't think it was true, John. Billy doesn't see anything that he don't wanna. He'll see anything within smoking, fucking, and drinking proximity, but he won't see the 2-ton truck bearing down on him.
I get you, man. Later on.
Thanks for cheering me up, man. So yeah, these guys we can hang out with, and we'll probably need to do that on screen at some point. Call Stubbs before we've met him for the first time.
Congressman Stubbs cannot come to the phone right now. He's busy serving the people and communities.
Yeah. Okay. That's the gun van. Jim is just Whoppet, so let's just get a... Yeah, he can give us pistols, micro, small machine gun, and sawed-off. So I guess I could have, instead of getting the small machine gun, stuck with these because I can get them for free from him, but let's just switch back to the sawed-off instead of the combat shotgun and regret our decisions. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, it seemed to me like rarely would he do it for you, and we got him to do it once. We won a major plot mission since. He's still not going to restock us. So we call it a video, and we all move on with our lives. I feel like I should have got more done in the last two videos than I did. Most of the video was spent driving from mission to mission and bitching about having to drive from mission to mission. But I'll tell you this much. I feel like I've played through at least half of what my off-screening consisted of to get to... Wrong button there. I off-screened my way to the point in this story where... and this is with the help of like a mission guy or a mission tree, so that I wouldn't play through any content off screen without you guys. I didn't need to. But my plan back in like the autumn, when this became my game to play on the weekends with the bourbon and coke, was to get to the point where you could do these gang missions. And I didn't do a ton of them. I think I did probably like 20 some gang missions. If that, might have been less. But when I looked at the walkthrough, I would realize, oh, I'm almost halfway through the game when I've unlocked that shit. And I feel like we're about halfway to where I unlocked those. So we're like, it's only been one weekend, but probably like a quarter of the way through this thing. Close to it anyway. Maybe not quite that far. So I don't know why I'm getting into that other than to say that it's introducing some threads and some questions about where things are going to go. But I think it's going to be a nice self-contained narrative compared to GTA 4, where you would have these like plot lines that would just kind of like die off. Like, what the fuck was with that guy who came back from the Albanian leader? I think he was the leader of the Albanians. Maybe he was a Russian. But the guy who was introduced like he was going to be this major threat to Nico, the guy who was after Nico for money and then just disappears from the story. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he gets brought back into one of these DLCs. But I don't think the Lost and Damned DLC will have like characters who were introduced like a big freaking deal and then their plots just disappear. I think whatever plots are raised will be resolved. So I hope that's true, because that's usually more satisfying for a game. But when we come back next time, I believe we will be meeting Congressman Stubbs, and I need to consider... This is the video where I think it's Congressman Stubbs where there will be a moment where I might have to figure out how to do visual censorship. I mean, I'll try to upload it without censorship and see what happens, but we will see in the future. You and I together, you and me, my friends in the digital age, my brothers and sisters in our own Lost and Damned LP chapter. The Lost LP. See you guys.